Welcome, everybody, to the final class of Chapter 11 of the Bhagavad Gita, which is titled Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, Yoga of the View of the Cosmic Form. So, we are entering the last phase of this chapter, which is so Arjuna is surrendering, and then it is entering into the topic of Upasamhara. Bhagavan gives a summary leading up to Bhakti Yoga. The last shloka in this chapter is the seed form of Bhakti Yoga. It's like a capsule. Everything about Bhakti is condensed into one shloka, and which will be elaborated in the next chapter on Bhakti Yoga, chapter 12. Chapter 12 is the last chapter of the Madhyama Shatkam. And Madhyama Shatkam, the focus is Ishvara and Bhakti. As usual, we would like to acknowledge Swami Paramarthananda Saraswati for the traditional rendering of Vedanta as it was done for over 1,000 years, starting with Adi Shankaracharya. And we'll say a small prayer. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Sada Shiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Salutations to the lineage starting with Lord Sadashiva, with Adi Shankaracharya in the middle, and continuing up to our immediate teacher, Swami Paramarthananda Saraswati. Okay, so last time we completed Shloka 45, and Shloka 45 and 46 are the last two shlokas in the third phase that Arjuna goes through. Remember, Arjuna first requests for Vishwarupa Darshana, and then after that, Arjuna, he's stunned and speechless at seeing the glory. And Bhagavan offers him the divine vision, because Arjuna cannot, his mind is not clean enough to comprehend the cosmic manifestation of Ishvara. So Bhagavan gives him Divya Chakshuhu, divine vision, by which his mind is temporarily cleansed and he is able to see the cosmic manifestation. So Swamiji, in this, he would always state that don't think that uh, cosmic manifestation means 1,000 arms, 1,000 stomachs, and all that. Imagine Swamiji says Krishna standing in front with 1,000 hands hanging, 1,000 legs, 1,000 stomachs. It'll be very gross. So that will be the most horrible form of Bhagavan, Swamiji says. It's all okay for the movies, but in reality, what it means is 1,000 arms, all that is Bhagavan is manifesting as all the people. That's what it means. That's the inner meaning behind everything. So you have to interpret. But for sake of movies and all this 1,000 heads showing, that it's okay. So Arjuna's first Ascharyam, wonderstruck. Then fear creeps. Why does fear creep? Because his mind is not, he has not done the work. Bhagavan has temporarily cleansed the mind. So it's only so much effect, right? So he is not ready. He has not done the work. So fear creeps in. He is not ready to see the cosmic manifestation. For him, remember the three levels of bhakti. Ekarupa bhakti, as one God, Vishnu, Shiva. Aneka Rupa Bhakti as the cosmic manifestation, and then Arupa Bhakti, which is the Nirguna Brahman or the Atma. So those are the three types of bhakti. Arjuna is ready only for Ekarupa Bhakti. When he's shown the Aneka Rupa or the cosmic manifestation, Vishwarupa Darshanam, he is just scared to death. Arjuna, the greatest warrior in the world, is scared. On the third phase, Arjuna surrenders. And we are looking at the last two shlokas of the third phase. Okay, so we saw this shloka last time. I'll go over that again. Adrishta purvam krishitosmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyatitam mano me tadeva me darshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagannivasa. Having seen what was never seen before, adrishta purvam, never seen before, purvam, before, krishitosmi, I'm delighted. Krishito means I'm delighted. I'm having seen that. um, Bhayena cha pravyatitam manome. I am delighted, but also bhayam also, mind is also afflicted with fear. I'm just terrified. Pravyatitam means mind is terrified with fear. Tadeva me darshaya deva rupam. Please show me that form. Tadeva me. Show me only that form. That, what is that? The original form. Deva Rupam, Rupam, O Deva, please show me that original form. Prasida Devesha Jagannivasa. Prasida, please be pleased with me. O Devesha, O God of gods, Deva Isha, God of gods, Jagannivasa. Our entire universe, Jagat, resides, Nivasa means resides in Bhagavan, the one on whom the entire universe resides, or the abode of the universe. And he is now asking for the true form. And what is the true form? The original form. This is Kiritinam Gatinam Chakrahastam Ichchami Tvam Drashtum Aham Tataiva Tenaiva Rupena Chaturpujena Sahasrabaho Bhava Vishwamurte. I wish to see you in the same form as before, with a crown, kiritinam, gadinam, gatha is a mace that Bhagavan is holding, chakra hastam, chakram is the disc, sudarshana chakra, hastam in the hand, ichchami tvam drashtum aham tataiva, ichchami aham tvam drashtum ichchami tvam drashtum tataiva. So that means aham, we have to read it drashtum aham tvam drashtum ichchami tataiva. That's how we have to read it. I wish to see you. Tataiva means just like that, as before. Tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena. In that form, what is that form? Tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena. Please become that form alone. Tena eva, that alone. Don't show me anything else. I am scared. I can't take anything. Show me that pleasing form. What is that pleasing form? Tena eva rupena chaturbhujena, with 4 arms. So Vishnu is portrayed with 4 arms. So 4 arms. We'll come to this. A small catch here. We'll come to that. Then Sahasrabaho Bhava Vishwamurte. Sahasrabaho. Baho means arms. Sahasrabaho means 1,000 arms one. Oh, Lord with 1,000 arms. Oh, Vishwamurti, oh Lord in the form of the universe, please become this form alone. Tenaiva Rupena. Which form? Which has 4 arms. Okay. Chaturbhujam means 4 arms. So please become the 4-armed one from the 1,000-armed universal form. From the universal form, or the Aneka Rupa Ishvara, become Eka Rupa Ishvara. So now Arjuna concludes his prayer. This is the last shloka of Arjuna's speech. Is bhakti, devotion. This is the 3rd stage. First, Ashcharyam, wonder. Second, bhayam, fear. Third is bhakti, or surrender. And he is requesting Bhagavan to go back to his Ekarupa form. And there are people who make big analysis here. But in Advaita Vedanta, it's not that important. Why does Arjuna say, show me your 4-armed form? Does it mean Krishna has 4 arms? In the movies, we've seen only 2 arms. And nobody talks about Krishna with 4 arms. Sometimes to show all these forms when he's killing demons, maybe he takes on that. But Krishna is usually shown with 2 arms. So what is this confusion? So before Ishvara Vishwarupa Darshanam, Krishna was moving with Arjuna, but did Krishna have 4 hands or 4 arms or just 2? Different people give different explanations, all ingenious explanations, all that. So here in Advaita Vedanta, Swamiji will say, we will not go into all that. We can conclude that Krishna might have had 4 arms. It's not that important. Or easier still, Arjuna can be confused and overwhelmed with changing emotions. You can assume that way. He was confused between 2 forces. He is just, or Arjuna could have worshipped this form of Vishnu before. Now that he knows Krishna is Vishnu, because he says, uh, "Oh Vishnu, please show me your form." All that he says that, right? So now that he made the connection that Krishna is Vishnu's avatara, then he's saying, so before, so he's saying, "Show me your form with the 4 hands." So maybe he's saying that. So Arjuna might have worshipped Vishnu in that form. He asked Krishna to appear in that form alone, because before he returns to the form of Arjuna's friend. So you can interpret it whatever way you like, as Krishna really had 4 hands, 4 arms, or Arjuna is confused, or Arjuna makes the connection that Vishnu is Krishna, and so he wants to see the Vishnu Rupa before finally becoming the 2-armed Krishna. Okay, you can assume it whichever way you want. It's not that important according to Vedanta. So we are now entering the last phase, Upasamhara, or the conclusion on Bhagavan's verses on the Vishwarupa. What Bhagavan has to talk about the Vishwarupa. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Maya Prasannena Tavarjunedam Rupam Param Darshayam Yoga Tejomayam Vishwamanantamatyam Yanme Tvadanjena Nadrishtva Purvam Rupam Param Darshatam Atma Yoga. So Bhagavan here said, by me who is pleased with you, Maya Prasannena, by me, Maya, by me, Prasannena, who's pleased with who's pleased with Arjuna. Of course, he's not pleased with anybody else now. Ava Arjunedam Rupam Param Darshatam Atma Yogat. I had shown you this supreme form, Param Darshatam, the supreme form. It was shown to you how? By the power of my yoga. Otherwise, he couldn't have seen. He's given him divine eyes and he's made him see it. So, Rupam Param Darshatam Atma Yoga. Then Bhagavan is saying, Tejomayam Vishwam Anantamadhyam. So, it is full of brilliance. It is Tejomayam. Tejomayam means it is full of brilliance. And Anantam Adyam. Anantam means without a beginning. Anantam means without a end. And Adyam, it's a beginning. It's without a end and a beginning. Tejomayam Vishwam Anantam Anadyam. Anadi means without a beginning. Anantam means without a end. And Yanme Tvadanyena Nadrishtva Purvam. What anyena? Other than you, nobody has seen this form. Bhagavan says, you are very lucky. This form has not been seen by anyone previously other than you. It was shown to you by the power of my yoga. Atma Yoga. Darshitam Atma Yoga. Okay. So is it clear? So today everybody has their videos off, so I can't see the expressions. But is it clear so far? What Bhagavan is saying, it's a very beautiful shloka. Any questions here?
Actually, my camera is not working today.
Okay.
I'm trying, but so.
No worries, no worries. Thank you. Na veda yajnatyayanairna dhanair na chakriya birna tapo birugrai evam rupa shaktya aham nruloke Drashtum tvadangyena kuru prabira. And then now Bhagavan says something very, very interesting. This can be, if you don't interpret it properly, this can be a big source of confusion. What is Bhagavan saying here? This great form of mind cannot be seen by the study of Vedas. Na Veda, na yajna, not by performing yajnas, big yajnas, the fire worship, sacrifice, all that. Na Veda yajna yayanairna dhanai, not by performing rituals. Yaya, it means worship. Um, yeah, so not by doing all this ritualistic worship, performing this ritual worship. Nacha kriya bir natapo birukrai, not through not through rituals and through severe austerity. Kriya here refers to rituals. Yaya refers to worship, not included here. Not by performing rituals, nor through severe austerities. Tapo, ugrai tapaha, which means severe austerity. Some people stand on their head for so long thinking that they will be able to see Bhagavan. No, Bhagavan says it's not, no, you can't by studying the, look at the contradiction he's doing. He's saying not by the study of Vedas, and we're all studying the essence of the Vedas. So is he saying don't study the Bhagavad Gita? It's not possible for me to be seen in this form by anyone other than you. Trashtum twadanyena kuru pravira. And why can you see it? Because you have bhakti. So Bhagavan here says that only by bhakti you can see. And he'll state that in the next shloka. Okay, so let's see all that. It's a very confusing shloka. You have to interpret it properly. So now, not through the Vedas, yajnas, charity, worship, performing rituals, all that. And this is called nahi ninda nyaya, not indeed logic. Nahi means not indeed. Ninda means censure or blame. So not in the, or criticism, not indeed criticism logic. So it seems like Bhagavan is criticizing the study of the Vedas, but no, what he's doing is, in the Shastras, we've seen this before, in the third chapter and even in the fifth chapter, he glorifies Grihastha Ashramam, the householder lifestyle, over a renunciant sannyasa lifestyle. Arjuna, because Bhagavan wants Arjuna to stick to a householder, Grihastha Ashramam. So that's why Bhagavan is telling it by in such a way. There he puts down the sannyasa lifestyle, and he kind of highlights the grihastha lifestyle. How does he highlight the grihastha lifestyle? By putting down the sannyasa lifestyle. He talks about mithyachara sannyasi, a fake sannyasi, all the bad aspects of sannyasi life he points out, and he says, that's not for you. You stick to this. Similarly, here he is highlighting bhakti by putting other things down. So this, otherwise, if you interpret it as such, you can get confused. This is a style that Bhagavan does to highlight what he is trying to say. That's why it may look contradicting what he says. Krishna, Bhagavan wants to point out Arjuna could see this Vishwarupam because of his devotion, bhakti. Look at how Arjuna becomes has more and more bhakti, so he could see this. Krishna wants to highlight bhakti as an important sadhana, and for the sake of underscoring bhakti, he brings down all other sadhanas. This particular law, we've seen, it's the Nahi Ninda Nyayam. Scriptures criticize certain sadhanas to highlight the value of something else. In the Taittiriya Shikshavali, various values are highlighted, and it's there, it says Swadhyaya Pravachanam. So the study of scriptures is the most, Swadhyaya study of scriptures, that's the most important value. Upanishad says the greatest tapas or sadhana is Swadhyaya Pravachana, study of scriptures. Therefore, if you read this portion, if there Swadhyaya is highlighted, here Krishna is saying don't study the scriptures. So it there's contradictions everywhere. So see, Taittiriya Sikshavali says study of scriptures is important. Here, Bhagavan says not by the study of Vedas. So, what to highlight bhakti, he's saying that. So it can be very confusing, and Swamiji would say that one person concluded that nothing is important, so you don't need to do any of these things. Very convenient. So, but that's not the case. You have to understand the logic. Nahi nanda nyayam, not indeed censure, not indeed blame logic, where he's really not blaming, even though it looks like blaming, but it is done to highlight something else. Ma te vyata ma cha vimooda bhavaha दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरम् ईदृं ममेदं व्यपेतबिप्रीतमना पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूप idam prapashya. May you not be scared. Mate vyatha, may you not be scared. Macha vimuda bhavaha. So may you not be vimudas, be bewildered. Drishtva rupam goram idram mamedam. So on seeing this frightening form of mind such as this, mama goram rupam, the way you have to read it is Drishtva rupam goram idram mama idam. Mama idam means this, my Ghoram rupam drishtva. Mama ghoram rupam idam idrik means such as this. On seeing this a terrifying form of mind such as this, may you not be scared and may you not get bewildered on seeing such a frightening form of mind such as this. Vyapeta bhi pritamana punastvam. Vyapeta bhi. Bhita, Bhita pranamya. If it's out of fear, he is saluting Arjuna. Now, Vyapetabi means free of fear. Prita mana punastvam. Prita manaha means being pleased in the mind. So, free from fear and with a mind that is pleased again. So, may you see that particular form of mind. Tadeva me rupam idam prapashya. Tadeva rupam me rupam. That form of mind, that particular form, which is referring to the simple form of like Vishnu or Krishna, whatever, however you want to interpret. Prapashya, may you see. So here Krishna says that Arjuna, if you're not ready for Vishwarupa Darshanam, I don't want to impose that on you. There's no hurry. So in Sanatana Dharma, we have so many lifetimes, right? It's important, but that should be the goal. That's if you're not ready right now, I'm not going to impose. You can do the preparations over this lifetime, next lifetime, eventually get there. Moksha can wait because it's eternal. So if you're not ready for Vishwarupa Darshanam, here Ekarupa Darshanam is good for you. And do Ekarupa Bhakti, worship me in this form. And that's good enough. Ask for Artha, ask for Kama, ask for wealth or comforts, ask for Kama, desires, but only one condition, follow Dharma. That's all Bhagavan says. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyah mokshamishyami ma shuchah. Just, you can ignore everything, just follow me. But it has to be here it says you have to follow Dharma. Whatever you get legitimately, take it as Bhagavan's gift. That's kind of the meaning, interpretation. Okay, with this, Bhagavan has concluded his Trishtup meters. Any questions so far? All good? Yeah? No sign? Everybody is there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Sanjaya comes to the rescue. Sanjaya uvacha ityarjunam vasudevastatoktva स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः आश्वासयामास च भीतमेनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा. So what's happening now? Bhagavan is transitioning from the Vishwarupam slowly. All thousand arms are becoming two or four, whatever you want to think as, and the thousand heads are becoming one heads. They're all slowly disappearing and coming to one head. And that's happening, so there's silence. Arjuna is seeing all that. Swamiji says in a movie, there's some background music and all that, right? But here we don't have that advantage. Therefore, Sanjaya comes to the rescue and gives a running commentary on what's happening in the battlefield. So, Sanjaya said, It iti Arjunam Vasudevas Tatoktva. So, Vasudevaha iti Vasudeva thus Arjunam Tataha Uktva, having spoken so to Arjuna, Swakam Rupam Darshayamasa Bhuyaha. Darshayamasa means showed. Swakam Rupam, his own form. Bhuyaha, again he showed his own form. Ashvasayamasa cha bhitamenam. Ashvasayam, asa means he consoled. So this asa is used. Darshayamasa means showed. Ashvasayamasa means he consoled. So Mahatma, Saumya Vapu, Mahatma Punaha, the Mahatma again consoled the one who was frightened. How did he console? Saumya Vapur Bhutva. So you have to read it like this. Saumya Vapuhu is here. Saumya Vapuhu Bhutva, having become the one with a pleasing form. Vapuhu means form. Saumya means pleasing. Saumya Vapuhu Bhutva means becoming the one with a pleasing form. Bhitam Enam, the one who was frightened, which is Arjuna. Mahatma Ashvasayamasa. Bhagavan, the Mahatma Bhagavan, the Mahatma again consoled the one who was frightened, having become the one with a pleasing form. Okay? So the Ghoram Rupam is now replaced with Saumya Rupam, pleasing form, from the scary form to the pleasing form. Now Arjuna says a few words. Arjuna Uvacha दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीम् अस्मि संवृत्तः सचेता प्रकृतिं गतः. So now Trishtup meters have ended. All the fanfare gone. Now we're back down to the ground. We were all in cloud number 9. Now all the music, everything has ended. Now the slow background music. Visualize that. All the trumpets, everything is gone. Now back to Anushtup meter. Arjuna said, Drishtva idam, seeing this Saumyam Manushya Rupam, seeing this pleasing human form of yours, Tava Saumyam Manushya Rupam, your pleasing form of or the pleasing form of yours, O Janardana, Idanim Asmi Samvrittaha. Asmi Idanim, I have now Samvrittaha, become um, fully composed. Vritti means fluctuation. Samvitaha means everything is balanced. Some means same, equal. The mind is back to its normal functioning. Previously, it was going in overdrive, hyper mode. Now everything is calm and composed. Sacheta prakritim gataha. Sachetaha means I have gone, I've become more peaceful or composed. And prakritim gataha, I've gone back to my original nature, to Mama Prakritim Gataha, my original nature. Okay. So when Arjuna gets back, Arjuna's ego and everything was kind of cleansed, right? So he could see the divine form. Now he gets back his sense of identity, ego, all that. I am the greatest warrior. So now he's regained his composure. He's gone back to his original nature, which is the great warrior. The greatest Arjuna thinks that he's the greatest warrior on the earth. I've told you, right? When finally, the end of the Pandavas' lives, when they're ascending up this Meru mountain to climb to the heavens as they were instructed, at one point, Arjuna falls down dead. And Bhima asks him, our dear brother, the greatest warrior, why does he have to die like this, just falling down and dying? And Yudhishthira says, because Arjuna had one weakness, it was his ego. He thought he was the greatest warrior on the earth. So and now he's gone back to his original nature, so he's happy. I'm the greatest warrior. Previously, when his ego was cleansed, he had no identity and he was not used to this. So he couldn't take the Vishwarupam. So, and the so now he looks at Krishna as a personal God. Aneka Rupa Bhaktihi comes back to Eka Rupa Bhaktihi. So from this, it's very clear, for Aneka Rupa Bhaktihi, the mind has to become very mature for seeing the cosmic form. Otherwise, the cosmic form will be a frightening thing. It will not be enjoyable at all. When Aneka Rupa Bhaktihi itself is frightening, then what to talk about Arupa Bhaktihi for an immature mind? Arupa means it's the highest form of Bhakti, without a form. How that is Brahman, meditating on Brahman. It will not appeal at all for an immature mind. Arjuna's mind is still immature. So Nirguna Brahman will not appeal at all for such a mind. Okay. And here Krishna is being called Janardana. Literally, Swamiji says the word Janardana means the one who destroys or torments. But why Krishna is called Janardana means he destroys the evil and protects people. So he destroys what torments people. So Janan Ardayati iti Janardana. That is um, uh, the one who Janan Ardayati, that which torments people, and that which destroys what torments people, that is called Janardana. So, but you shouldn't read it as the destroyer of people. Okay, so these two shlokas are together. Now Arjuna has also stopped, and Krishna's proper Upasamhara happens here. A little bit of Upasamhara, then Sanjaya comes, then Arjuna comes, and again Krishna does his final 52, 53, 54, 55. Last four shlokas are there. Slowly Bhagavan is introducing bhakti. Okay, he's already told about that, and now he is kind of defining bhakti. Any questions so far? Anybody? Ravi? Lataji? She left. Okay. Good, all good. Okay. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Sudurdarshamidam Rupam Drishtapanasi Yanmama Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kankshinah Naham Vedairna Tapasa न धानेन न चेच्छया शक्य एवं विदो द्रष्टुम दृष्टपानसि मां यथा. So we look at the first one. Bhagavan, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhagavan said, Sudurdarsham idam rupam. Idam rupam sudurdarsham. Durdarsham means difficult to see. Sudurdarsha means very, very difficult to see. Idam rupam, this form. Drishtavanasi yanmama. as you have seen, Drishtavanasi, as you have seen this form which you have seen, or Drishtavanasi literally means as you have seen it, which this Mama Idam Rupam, my form of mind, which you have, as you have seen, Deva api asya rupasya nityam darshana kanchanaha. Deva api, even the gods, asya rupasya, to see this form, nityam darshana kanchanaha. They are ever desirous. Nityam kanchanaha. Deva api asya rupasya darshana, to see this form, they remain desires of seeing this form. Their functionaham means always they're very desirous. Even the gods remain very desirous of seeing this form. Now Krishna winds up by glorifying Vishwarupa Darshanam. Even the gods are very, very, very desirous. Naham vedairna tapasa, not through the study of the Vedas, not through tapas, austerity, na danena na chejaya, not through charity, not through worship, even worship, this brute force ritual worship, no, it won't get. That's what Bhagavan. He's already said that in Trishtup meter, now he's repeating again in Anushtup meter. Same thing. Shakya evam vido drashtum. Is it possible to see Drishtavanasi mamyata, as you have seen me, neither through the study of Vedas, not through tapas, not through charity, and not through worship, just ritual worship. No. Can I be seen in this form as you have seen me? Drishtavan asi, as you have seen me, I cannot be seen in this form. Only by bhakti can be seen. And he's going to say that next. Bhaktya tvananjaya shakya ahamevam vidorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Last two shlokas are very important. Especially the last shloka is a capsule form of bhakti, seed for the next chapter. And here is very clearly, in no equivocal terms, unequivocally stating it is only through bhakti that I can be seen in this form. Bhaktya tu ananyaya. So he says, Bhagavan says, the means for Vishwarupa Darshana is bhakti alone. Bhakti is devotion or love for God. Now the question is, what type of bhakti is indicated? Krishna adds adjective, ananyaya bhaktya. So, ananyaya bhaktya eva drashtum shakya. Not ordinary bhakti, but unswerving. Ananya means without anything, unfocused bhakti, unswerving devotion. So, the question is, what is Ananya Bhakti? So for that, we have to go back to the chapter 7 of the Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan talks about the three types of bhakti: the Manda Bhakti, the Madhyama Bhakti, and the Uttama Bhakti. Manda Bhakti is dull devotion, lowest form of bhakti. Pursuit of artha, kama, sometimes dharma, using Bhagavan as the means. In the Madhyama Bhakti, intermediate stage, Bhagavan becomes the end itself. And there's a shloka, Chatur Veda Bhajante Mam Jana Sukriti Norjuna Arto Jignasu Artati Jnani Cha Bharatarshaba. So, out of these four, arthas are the people who are afflicted. They are in some pain. They want Bhagavan's help to remove that pain. Arthati, those who want wealth or material comforts. These the two are Manda Bhaktaha. Jignasu, the one who wants to learn, is the Madhyama Bhaktaha. And Jnani is the Uttama Bhaktaha. So the first stage is Sakama Bhakti, where God is the means for worldly things, right? That is Artha, Kama, desire. What is the problem of worldly desires? So Swamiji always says there are three defects of worldly desires. Dukkha Mishritatvam, desires, they don't always come without dukkam. They are mixed. It is mixed with pain. When you enjoy, somebody can get jealous and they can inflict injury. Something can happen. Dukkha mishrutatvam, atriptikaratvam. When you get a lot of wealth, you will always want to become the wealthiest person. And if you are the wealthiest person, you will be worried about, will somebody topple me as to get rank number one. Atriptikaratvam. Whatever I get, I will never be totally fulfilled. I will seek more and more. Finally, bandhakatvam. I will get addicted to my wealth. I will be enslaved by the wealth. In Madhyama Ishvara, Madhyama Bhakti, Ishvara becomes the end, which in the Vedanta language they call we call Brahman. In the religious language, it's called Ishvara. Ishvara is sadhyam, it is the goal, and the world is the sadhana, it's the means. This is the second level of bhakti, which Bhagavan calls the Jignasu Bhakti in the 7th chapter. And that is otherwise called Ananya Bhakti. It is the Jignasu, the desire to learn about God, to see the multi-form, the fascinating manifestation of God as the universe. That is called the Jignasu Bhakti or Ananya Bhakti here. And the Vishwarupa Darshanam is possible. It leads to the highest third form of Bhakti, which is Uttama Bhakti. That's what Bhagavan says by, he mentions us here. Praveshtum cha parantapa, you will enter into Brahman. So, Ananya Bhaktiya evam, by only through unswerving Bhakti, Shakya, is it possible, evam vidaha, in this form, Nyatum cha drashtum, to be known and seen. Nyatum drashtum cha, which means not, sorry, Nyatum cha drashtum. It is only in this, through unswerving devotion. Here I made a mistake. It's unswerving, not unswerving. It's through unswerving devotion that you can see me in this form. Bhagavan is saying that very clearly. Okay, so it is through unswerving devotion it is possible to see me. Tatvena praveshtum. So through unswerving devotion it is possible to know and see me in this form and also enter into in reality. Praveshtum means enter into. Tatvena, in reality. What is the reality? That's Brahman. That's the ultimate goal. But this will lead you to Brahman. This is in this form. When you see, it will make you fit for entering into Brahman. Oh, scorcher of force. Brahman is not a place that you enter into, but it's a realization that the wave, is nothing but water. I have a form like a wave, but I am water and I am the same content as the entire ocean, which is water. That is the reality. Praveshtum means not you go to a place and you enter. It just means the realization. Okay. So far clear. So it's a very important shloka because it tells bhakti will lead you to Brahman, Jnanam. Mat karma krit mat paramaha mat bhakta sanga varchitaha nirvairak sarva bhuteshu yaksamam eti pandava. Mat karma krit, one who does actions for my sake. Mat Paramaha, one who regards me as the supreme. Mat Bhaktaha, Sangha Varchitaha, one who's devoted to me, free from attachment. Nirvairaha, free from enmity. Vairam means violence, enmity. Nirvairaha, towards all, Sarvabhuteshu, towards all beings. Yasamam eti Pandava. Yaha, one who is like this, Saha, that person, Mameti Pandava, attains me, O Pandava. So, this is the capsule, the definition of bhakti. What is bhakti? So, Sangavarjitaha, free from attachment. Um, so this shloka will be expanded in the next chapter, like a seed becoming a plant, it will be expanded. So this will be seen elaborately in the next chapter, but here Bhagavan gives a constituents. Bhakti is not a particular sadhana, but it's a common name for entire range of spiritual sadhanas, which will take a person to moksha. Praveshtum, so only this will take you to, you will enter into Tatvena, into the reality. Krishna briefly condensed the sadhanas into two in the second chapter. So in the second chapter, Bhagavan says Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Remember, we've seen this. Karma Yoga is pure, the preparation, that is the elementary school. Then how do you graduate from school? It's only through 12th grade, right? So you have to go to high school, middle school, high school, let's combine them. So Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. So after Jnana Yoga, you get into liberation. So that is Esha te bihita sankhe buddhi yoge tvimam shrunu buddhya yukto yaya pata karma bandham prahasyasi. So Bhagavan condensed the entire range into Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, and here he is going to elaborate it further. And the entire range of spiritual sadhana, when done with devotion to the Lord, is broadly distributed in the Shastras into three. So in Shastras, they divide it into three types. So Bhagavan condensed into Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. In the Shastra, they have another addition, which is the Upasana. Now, Upasana, it can refer to, it is meditation. And even this, we've seen this before. Upasana. So Upasana can fall both in Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. The initial preparation to still the mind, which we saw in the 6th chapter, that's still part of Karma Yoga. And then Nididhyasanam, once the mind is still contemplating me as that Atman, the consciousness, that is called Nididhyasanam. So this meditation can be, you can either lump it into both Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, or in the Shastras, sometimes they have a mid category called Upasana. So that is what we will see in the 12th chapter. So these categories, and these three categories, Bhagavan is going to elaborate into 5 subcategories, and going to talk more about this in the 12th chapter. So that is this is kind of the Bija Shloka, the seed Shloka for the 12th chapter. With that, we conclude the glorious 11th chapter. Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vishwarupa Darshana Yogo Nama Ekadashodhyayah.